So once I got off at Yudakcho Station, I had a lot of time to kill, so I was just walking around. This is Big Camera. This is actually one of the two biggest electronics stores in Japan. It sort of sells everything. It's got a bunch of floors. So I decided to go in. And believe it or not, it's always this crowded, so don't think that this is anything special. I guess this is a Japan thing. And so up on the third floor was the game section for this place. And in most cases, there's not a dedicated game store. They're actually parts of electronic stores. So this one had Splatoon up front, so we saw some kids playing it, which is cool. Make my way through this horrible layout, this weird maze of boxes and games and all that such. And I made my way to the amiibos, which I was really surprised to find they had the Ink Girl, so I had to pick it up. Very cool. Anyway, so getting back out of the shop, when you head down the street, you've got this really nice new building called the Tokyo International Forum. And that's this area over here. You also notice that this area of Tokyo is very clean, like most places in Tokyo. And the cars are also really clean as well. You don't see a lot of lemons or anything like that. There's a lot of rules against having cars with defects. Yep, so here you go, the Tokyo International Forum. So this is a place that's filled with a bunch of different halls. So Hall C was where the event was going on. Sometimes they do like concerts here. I was here about a year ago for a separate concert, so I was many hours early, so you can see here it was still pretty empty. But they had a shop of the goods that they were selling that day just for people who didn't have tickets. These are flowers from different companies. They always try to celebrate whenever there's a concert. So you can see up the stairs, these are all people who didn't get tickets for the event, but they wanted to buy the goods that they were selling. So that was nice of Capcom to set up a separate shop for them. So I had time to kill, so I thought I would do a little walk around Yudakcho and have some fun. It was a hot day though. So this is your typical downtown Japan. I mean, this is what Tokyo looks like. Lots of people out. It was hot. Luckily, a lot of the streets were closed off, so there was no cars, and we could just walk around. Lots of girls with these sun umbrellas. Now, the funny thing about Japan is that every single one of these floors in this building is something different. I mean, you have everywhere from banking and trust to yoga studios to dentists, you name it. So when you can read Japanese, it's pretty funny when you see the wide variation. There was even some performance outside, which is always nice. I like the arts. And because I had a little time to kill, I decided to go to, of course, my favorite, the Apple Store. So this is the Apple Store in Ginza, I believe. So you can see it's always really crowded. I think this is probably the same layout you get in the West, but this is going to be my new computer when they refresh it, hopefully next month, the Mac Pro. It's not a garbage can. It does look like one though. So coming back here, you can see a lot of people were lining up. This line went all the way down for quite a while. And there was quite a variation. There was a part of a 6-4 mix between males and females. You had everyone from children to mothers to couples to you name it. I mean, people of all different genders and ages in Japan play Monster Hunter. And that's one of the great things. Like we have a couple here playing, we've got a group here playing. Everywhere people were playing. So back in the hall, things were starting to get a little revved up. Tsujimoto-san, some guy caught him in the lobby and got him to sign his 3DS. That was cool. So this is me. I'm already in. I was checking out the goods that they had on sale. So as you see, people coming in through the elevator, and they have this little goods section set up before you go into the hall. So it's a nice event space. It's a little formal feeling for a game event, but it's nice. So just heading up the elevator towards the hall. I was on the first floor. There was actually 3 different levels, so I had a pretty good seat actually. Just making our way into R2. And the video doesn't do it justice, but this place was actually pretty wide. Many hundred of a lot of people could fit in here. They were playing the Blu-ray that they gave all of us, which is sort of like a remastered disc of all the intro videos and trailers for all the past Monster Hunter games. So that was a nice touch. And the stage lit up and it was really nice. And they had a fantastic performance. Check out my Twitter, and I tweeted all about it. And at the end, it was a great event. We saw all the news live, and it was memorable. So, anyway, I hope you found this interesting. I just realized that a lot of people probably haven't seen Japan and may have been interested to see the context in which this event unfolded. Happy hunting.